60 position. The rook was on the knight square. Did you see what I'm talking about right there? That was very weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
These players know the match format, and I think they both thought that they had a classical game started there instead of a normal game and aborted, but that was indeed a chess 960 position. So, very strange. But this is a weirder chess 960 position, and what do we have here?
Well, we're getting a Maratti structure again, Danny.
Yeah.
We got this pawn on c4, and Wesley's got e6, so this could actually turn into a very normal position.
Look for this bishop to head to the h1, a8 diagonal, and for white to just castle long. I think we're going to see bishop f3, and then Magnus is going to drop the king on a1, which will complete the castles long in the chess 960. And I think white's got the edge here in the middle game.
Well, like Wesley in these passive positions, no, this is the chess 960 was a portion where it's a bit of a wild card, and I feel like, yeah, you know, try to change the momentum against Magnus there, but he's not been getting into bad positions that have a resemblance to like normal chess positions.
Yep.
Which gives Magnus just another chance to sort of maintain his comfortable lead in the match, which is at 6 games right now. I have to say the game Wesley played before he blundered, that was a really well played, well executed attack, and it's like it's one of those games. If he had won, he even knows that's going to be like featured. Like that's a beautiful game where you sack a piece and all these pawns and win, and just the reversal is just heartbreaking. It's like you're going for this, you know, slam dunk. You miss it at the rim, but it's...
Yep. Instead of doing the layup.
Well, okay, so in this position, I expect both players to play king b8, king b1, yeah. And now it's a matter, black needs to challenge the e file. That's too much to give up. Okay, f2 might be hanging. Challenge the e file, so you do want to bring that bishop off of e8 at some point. Mm-hmm. It's hard to do, hard to execute, and that's why this is just very uncomfortable it's uncomfortable for black, because bishop d7 allows rook e7. There's a pin on knight on f6. He really lacks space here. But if there's no actual threat, then I guess he can manage. Queen b6, and he's like, okay, for my troubles, at least I have a pawn. There's a couple variations here I'm looking at. Maybe bishop takes f6 and knight e4. And trying to take on f6 and just claim the better structure, although I don't like giving up the bishop pair, especially because d6 is a weak pawn for black, the Benoni pawn, and I would rather keep my bishop, dark square bishop, as white and attack that. But it's hard to come up with a move here for white that increases the edge. And he is down a pawn. I don't think that white's in trouble. I think it's sort of balanced. But... So yeah, this is a chess 960 game. They're headed to bullet. Wesley is playing better though. Playing better, showing some very good stamina here.
Yeah, he did much better in the 3-2 portion. But yeah, we will.
We're getting close to situations where, yeah, like his draw win thing. He's gonna have to put together more wins to get within striking range. I think maybe like you gotta shrink this lead from 6 games to 3 to realistically believe as a player that you can catch up in this match. 6 games, you know, it's hard to really think, yeah, like I can make up 6 games. At 3 games, get a couple quick ones in. Yeah, I got a chance. I'm gonna go for it. So let's see here. He did take on f6. He does have the better structure. We got opposite bishops, but Wesley has a very comfortable position. I am seeing, if I'm playing black here, that white's king, I think, is a bit worse. I'm going to play a5 as black. I'm going to constantly threaten things on the king side. Like a5, a4 is something I'd really like to do here. And put some nagging pressure, like by threatening moves like queen b3 check at the right time. I would also love to get my bishop on e5. That is the dream square. If there's any way to reroute that bishop there. But worst case situation, play rook d7 here, although rook d7 might run into bishop e2, rook d7, bishop e2, queen a4. Okay, that doesn't quite work. So Wesley needs to figure out a right configuration, because right now he's actually just bleeding pawns. And oof.
Yeah, in fact, it's looking rougher by the second. Even just trade into the endgame with queen b3, probably only white can win. Yep. Magnus goes for it.
So which pawn do you take? Okay, he takes the f pawn, goes for rook h7. Okay, this is going to be this should be a draw. It's very hard to convert this as white, because the d5 pawn blocks your own bishop. Black's bishop on e5 is anchored in very nicely and can really harass the pawns. So even if you win h7, the problem is d5's really not ideal, and your queen side's going to be hit. So with his better bishop on e5, should be okay. Rook e1, rook e3. Rook e3, king c2, rook g3, and you're making some sort of progress. Okay, here, we're going to see everything traded off. And a draw is going to be agreed to. Yep. The question is Magnus going to agree to a draw, or is this going to play on? Because he has a lead, and he doesn't technically need to really allow these games to finish prematurely.
No reason to really even play it out, so I wonder why they are. No real time to gain on the match clock or any other setting. Okay. The players...
Okay, you offered a draw. Yep.